Jean Paul, thank you very much. We're based in Ireland and we've been manufacturing equipment for just on 20 years. My history as an engineer, grew up on an agricultural farm here in Ireland, and I worked after college. I worked for a agricultural engineering company in research and development. Then I was in pharmaceutical industry, and I was looking for opportunities to start my own business. So in 2005, I just started to set up a company, and I developed products for reducing glass waste. And why did I go after glass waste as such? Because here in Ireland, there was a lot of volume. Uh, there was a lot of issues in relation to the hospitality sector. Um, Volumes of glass at source. Waste companies weren't collecting glass, and there was opportunities. So over since 2005, we developed a range of machines for reducing glass waste. And I suppose we'd rather say reducing glass waste than actually crushing glass waste, because the glass that we create from our products is a colored format, and that's from 8 millimeters up to approximately 50 millimeters. So our whole emphasis as a company is to ensure that the glass that goes through our products is going back for reprocessing. It's not going for aggregate, it's not going for landfill, it's going for reprocessing. So over the next number of years, since 2005, we increased the range of products for glass waste, depending on the type of customer, depending on what product we actually manufactured. As a company, we've been lucky enough to win numerous awards for innovations. We export products all over the world at this stage. And I suppose it's interesting to say that every country has a different legislation. So certain countries, yes, we go after the market. Other countries, we don't, where the legislation mightn't be as suitable for the product, or where there's certain deposit return schemes in place, we mightn't go after that. We go after the hospitality sector because there's a lot of issues at the hospitality sector with the volumes they create, and that's why we're going after that sector. So we just don't do bottle crushers. We do other machines for reducing waste. We develop technology now. So as a company, we can monitor our products anywhere in the world, and we use photo image bank for bottle detection. So again, when we're in the hospitality sector, we know exactly what bottles are going through our products at any given time. We manufacture our products here in Ireland, and we distribute around the world. We now also have a manufacturing facility in India, where we're targeting the Indian market, and we have our own team based in the US market as well. So in Ireland and the UK, we sell direct to the end user. Throughout Europe is distribution, the States, distribution, but we have our own personnel in there, and in India, we're direct to the market. So the whole concept of reducing glass waste has to be a win-win for everyone. And we talk about the closed loop concept. We talk about it from the manufacturing of the bottles through to the distribution, the bottle drinks manufacturers, through to the hospitality sector. Whether it's a waste company or whether it's reverse vending, it's going back for manufacturing again. But it has to be a win-win for everyone. It has to be a win for the manufacturer. They're not using virgin material. It has to be a win for the bottled drinks companies, because they're the ones that are putting the bottle containers out onto the marketplace. When we look at the hospitality sector, they're looking at costs. They're looking at volumes of glass. If we're in built up areas like the cities like London, Paris, cities all over the world where space has a huge value, they can't afford to have loads of bottle bins sitting in their waste areas or in basements or in street locations. So it has to be a win for them from a labour point of view, from a segregation point of view, and from a space point of view. And then when it gets back to the collections, we're reducing the volume by up to 80%. So therefore, we're reducing the trucks on the road. And again, from the hospitality sector, if they miss a collection and have storage space, they run into issues over week-long periods. So the closed loop concept that we see is that we bring the glass to a cullet. The glass cullet that we produce goes back for remanufacturing and back into remelt. So how do we do it? We manufacture a range of products depending on the customer. So if we take Baby Jaws, the BB01, that little machine is the only bottle machine of its type in the world that can go in under a standard bar counter. So when the bar staff take the bottles off the counter, it goes into the machine and it's brought to a cullet format. So that glass is handled at source, so there's no risk of contamination. Whereas in bars, if you have bins behind the bar, the glass ends up contaminated. So when there's a machine there and when it's a product and it goes through a circular opening at the top corner, it goes in at the top, it goes around, and it goes in to the chamber where it's brought down to a coloured format. The BBO9 fits out in the public area, and that's where the waiters or waitresses come up and they put the bottles into it. But in that situation, that's in cities where that glass has to go out every night. So they don't have space for storage. They cannot have tin bins at the back house. They don't have that space. So the machine stores the glass during the day and it goes out at night. Then when we look at volume fed machines, we do what we call a BBO4 and a BBO6. That's generally in hotels, and that's at the back of house at the waste area, where the glass may be coming from 4 or 5 bars. It comes out to the back, it's put into the machine, depending on whether it's indoors or outdoors, depends on whether it's a BBO4 or BBO6. That glass then, that machine can handle 680 bottles in under 10 minutes. The glass goes into that and it ends up in a 120 or 140 litre wheelie bin. The 22 is for breweries, and that's generally where we'll fit it into production lines, where the glass, where there's rejects or where the containers filled with liquid that they don't want going out into the marketplace. The glass goes into that. We separate the liquid from the glass. The glass can go for recycling. The liquid goes back into for biomass or bioenergy plants. So where is the win-win for everyone? If we look at the manufacturing container manufacturers, we're reducing the use of virgin material. So straight away, they can use the cullet that we're producing. There's less energy used for the production of the containers. There's less water used, and it's more sustainable. And that's glass that they've put out into the marketplace coming all the way around. And that also goes for the drinks companies. They're the ones that are putting the containers and the packaging out to the marketplace. So there is a responsibility for them to ensure that that product gets back to remelt again. And again, from the collection point of view, we see a lot of the big suppliers of drinks, the likes of France, who are putting it into one of the big drinks companies. They put out the small bottle crushers, baby jaws, in under the bars. The glass is stored in a blue tote box, which then seals. Each tote box holds approximately 90 bottles, and they bring that glass back. So they supply in the bottles and they take away the bottles. So now they're getting rid of the trucks off the road in relation to reducing emissions. So it's all sustainability. From a distributor point of view around the world, every market is different. No matter which market we go into, there's different issues within it. But again, the drinks companies are looking at ways to ensure that their glass is being returned. So we're introducing into markets, whether it's in Ireland, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in France, whether it's in Poland. Different markets have different legislations, so different markets have different issues. Customers, again, where the hospitality sector, in built up areas where there's congestion charges, where they don't want trucks coming into the city centres, we have to look at ways of reducing the volume of waste being created. So by bringing the glass to the cullet ensures that we're reducing the volume by 80%, so we're reducing the trucks on the road. And it's our responsibility. As companies, we want to ensure that sustainability, the environment has been protected, and that the glass is going for recycling and back into glass again. For the hospitality sector, it's a huge issue. Volumes of waste, volumes of glass is a problem. So by introducing our products, we're reducing the volume by 80%. So their storage space for storing waste bottles is reduced by 80%. They want people on seats. They make money at peak times in the evenings, so they can't afford to have space taken up with bins. They want people in it. So they're creating more space for seats for people, for customers, paying customers. By doing it at source at the bar staff are doing the work and own to themselves. So now they're grabbing the bottle off the top of the bar, they put it into the machine and it's brought to a colour format. So they're increasing staff productivity. If we take in built up areas or busy places where there are large volumes of people coming in socialising, if a person has to wheel a bin out from the bar, out to the waste area at the back of house, generally we've worked it out that it could take about 10 minutes. They make money from 10 o'clock at night generally till the hours of the morning. So by reducing the glass at source, the staff are working behind the bars at that time. And again, contamination. We're reducing contamination because that glass is going directly into the machine and it's clean cullet. Whereas if we look at markets where there's single source recycling, the biggest issues bottle processors have is contamination. And I know in the US market, there's mountains of bottles contaminated. So the win-win for everyone is the bottle manufacturer, the bottle distributor, the hospitality sector, and then it's back for remelt to the environment. And when we look at the environmental benefits, we're reducing the number of trucks on the road, right? From collecting the glass from the hospitality sector to the glass going from the processors all the way to remelt. We're reducing the segregation at source. We're reducing noise. Noise was mentioned a while ago. So when we crush the glass, our machines run at a very low noise level, so you don't even hear them behind the bar. If you're emptying bottles in built up areas at night, there's a huge issue with bottles being tipped. Whereas when it's cullet, there's no noise. It's very low noise, so therefore it's not clinging, it's not very sharp, so we've reduced noise level. We've greatly increased the energy efficiency of it, and then we've traceability. So now, if a hotel has 100 sites, from a touch of a button on our software and our technology, they can see every site. They can see exactly what bottles have gone through each product at each site. So two ways that helps them. One is from stock control. They can know if there's stock is correct or if it's not correct, or if there's bottles that aren't supposed to be there are there. Two, they can know that the throughput that the glass is being brought to a cullet size for recycling, but it gives them an efficiency. Plus, from the hospitality point of view, they now know that they're recycling. They now know the benefits of what they're actually doing. Sorry, just to move the next slide. Sorry. So the conclusion, as a company, we're pioneering the closed loop concept as well. We're producing products to reduce glass volume, to bring it to a cullet, to ensure that it's reprocessable. As a company, innovation has been the core of what we do, from being a mechanical engineer to being just mechanical products to have now technology that we can monitor our products anywhere in the world. So innovation is the core of what we do. It's a win-win for all. It has to be a win-win for the collection companies. It has to be a win-win for the manufacturers of bottles. It has to be a win-win for the drinks companies that are filling the bottles. It has to be a win-win for the hospitality sector. Everyone has to win on it so the environment is being protected. We're reducing our carbon emissions, we're reducing our carbon footprint, and glass is sustainable. It's reprocessable. And that's the push that we see it as a company. We're pushing towards glass. PET is a day of the past. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for the opportunity to tell you who I am, what we do as a company manufacturing machines for reducing glass waste. And I'm very interested in anyone that wants to ask me a question. Please do. Thank you very much.